Coming up on Takedown with Chris Hansen, the sun goes down on a man in Huron Township, Michigan, who should know better than to be here. Have a seat right over there. Yeah. I'm Chris Hansen. You don't want to go.
You just ruined my life over nothing.
Because what he does for a living shocks us all.
And what is that job?
Rather not say.
Well, I'm going to find out.
I just want to go home.
Hey everyone, Chris Hansen here. I hope you're enjoying this free full episode of Takedown. But there's something else you need to know. We have almost 100 new episodes on my streaming crime network, watch TruBlu.com. Use the code YouTube24 for half off your first month, or YouTube Year for $20 off a full year. We'll see you soon on TruBlu. I'm in Huron Township, Michigan, a suburb near the Detroit airport. The Genesee County Ghost Team and I are working alongside the dedicated officers of this community to combat crimes against children. You know, 2 out of 10 times it goes to hell and the guy tries to bolt and I'll just get out of the way, my crew will get out of the way, you guys do what you gotta do. After the briefing, it's off to the Sting House for what was poised to be a very busy night. Almost immediately, the chatters are bombarded with an array of men looking for a hookup.
So, like, what kind of party favors are you gonna bring?
I have a little bit of Coke and I have some crack, I think.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I texted the decoy was younger, and he said, "How old are you?" We indicated 15. He asked if the decoy was a virgin, sent a picture of his genitals, asked if he could have unprotected sex.
And why did he want unprotected sex?
Well, he said he has a latex allergy.
A latex allergy.
Right.
So he's okay coming over here to sexually exploit a girl, a child, but he's concerned about himself and his latex allergy.
He is.
He assured me he's 1,000% clean, and he just got his blood work done to prove it.
One man wants to chat on the phone, so the decoy makes the call.
Are you okay with me being a little bit younger?
Well, yeah, I mean, how are you?
Okay. Oh, I'm 15.
Absolutely not. Sorry, I'm not interested. You need to stop. This is very dangerous for you. These websites can have all kinds of weird people on them, and you need to get away from them.
Okay, well, if you change your mind, I'll be here all... He hung up on me.
Finally, somebody with a conscience.
It was actually refreshing to hear a man do the right thing, even encourage the youngster to get some help. But that was a very fleeting moment, as he called back just a short while later.
So, you stay with your aunt?
Yeah.
So, how long can you be out?
I can be out for however long. She really don't care what I do.
This could be pretty fun, I guess. You got any toys?
I don't know. Do you have any?
No, but I guess we could stop and get a couple if you want. Have you seen the clit-sucking roses?
No, I haven't.
They're like pink and they look like a big rose petal, and they got this little suction that kind of just like vibrates and sucks on your clit.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Yes, I'm on my way, babe.
Okay, I'll see you soon.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
He never shows up, but this man sure did. The detective who's been messaging with the man fills me in.
All right, so this one's really interesting because I had talked to him a while ago.
Right.
He was so against it. It was a hard no, can't do 15, hard no. Then at 7:14, hits me back up. He said, still a no on the aunt. I said, she's passed out, it's just me. He says, are you a cop? I said, you know, what kind of question is that?
Right.
He says, are you? No, I'm not. And he says, 40 for a short stay full service. I said, for me, Ivy? That's the niece. He goes, whoever. And then he said he's in Taylor, and then he's just ready to go.
Well, Taylor's pretty close.
Yeah, well, I had him stage at Myers.
Right.
I told him where I was. He's like, he was close, he's driving around. I said, I'm at Myers, I have a date right now. I just said, gave the address, and I said, my aunt's still passed out. Haha, and he goes, is she okay? Oh yeah, she's just drunk. That's it.
All right. So he's got the address, and Meyer is how far away? 5 minutes. All right, good.
The guy who's coming to meet the underage girl is 34-year-old Sam. The decoy gets a text message that he's close to the house, so I get into position just as he pulls in the driveway. The decoy, who we've blurred for her safety, heads outside to meet him. Through the shadows, he follows her path and greets her on the porch.
Hi. Yeah, you're good. So whenever I try to pin my location and send it, I don't know what it is about this, but it brings you 3 houses down that way, and then the whole cul-de-sac and the garages are all really weird. Yeah. So Yvonne, come in. Sorry, we're still in the process of moving everything.
Okay.
So it's a halfway put together.
The idle chit-chat then takes a dangerous turn.
I'm just gonna go plug my laptop in real fast if you want to chill right here.
Just real quick. That way I feel comfortable with it.
Yeah, let me go put this down because my hands are full right now. 1 second.
So I have to step in before this gets out of hand.
Hey, have a seat right over there. You have to. Do yourself a huge favor. Get your hands out of your pockets.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, this whole time,
Yeah.
it's the first time I've ever done this.
First time?
And I knew it was wrong. Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, just explain it to me.
I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I was in a hospital all day. I'm not trying to give you a sob story.
Okay.
My dad just had heart surgery. And I
I'm
was
sorry to
stressed
hear
out.
that, yeah.
And I thought this would help instead of taking it home to my family. And Jesus Christ, I
Well,
really
take
don't
take
want to go
me
to jail, dude.
take
This is really
okay. Just
gonna...
all right. Calm down. Take me through it. How did this all start?
I found something online, and then that's how that went.
Okay, and then you were having
It's a microphone.
Yeah, it is, and you had a conversation with 2 people, right?
Yeah.
Aunt and her niece, and tell me how that went.
I'd rather not be recorded.
Well, that's too late. You're going to be recorded. You are being recorded right now. So a lot of guys get caught in this situation and they don't do themselves a favor because they don't explain how they got into it. I'll tell you who I am in a minute.
No.
I'm Chris Hansen, and I'm a journalist, and we do stories on men who try to... Now, before you don't want to go because there's some other people who want to talk to you. So get your hand out of your pocket, please.
Hands behind your back. Get on the ground, get on the ground. And don't waste your fingers.
I usually don't reveal who I am this early, but it's a unique situation. Because he tried to leave, the Huron Township Police Department swoops in and secures the man in cuffs.
You just ruined my life over nothing.
No, sir, you ruined your life by allegedly coming to meet a minor for sex.
Relax your hands. Give me another set of cuffs. There you go. Never mind. So you're under arrest, you know that, right?
Please don't.
You want to have a seat, sir? Have a seat over here, boss man.
So let's try this again.
All right. Sam, is it?
Yes.
And how old are you, Sam?
34.
34. Now, you talk in the chat at first about not wanting to get involved sexually with a 15-year-old girl,
idea.
right? You were adamant. But then you reach back out and you start talking to this girl and you talk about specific sex acts, full service.
Can I talk to you?
You
guys
talk
in
about
private
a price. Sam, what do you do for a living?
Can I talk to you guys in private or no?
Unfortunately, no, my man.
Why is that?
You'll get a chance to do that in a minute, Sam. But
We'll
I
give you
really
that
don't want to be on camera for all this.
Okay,
That's the reason why.
I know, but that's too late. You gave up your reasonable expectation for privacy when you walked into a home after soliciting a 15-year-old for sex. You get that, right?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, this is the way the law works. When you do something like this, you give up that right, that expectation to privacy. You walked into a stranger's home looking to have sex with a 15-year-old girl. You talked about it online. You talk about how it's wrong. You talk about how you're not going to do it. And then suddenly, several hours later, you get back on and you hunt them down to find this girl, this child, in order to sexually exploit her. So I'd like to know what the thought process was for you to get into this situation. I know you're from Taylor, and I'm going to find out everything, right? Have you seen our stories on predators before?
No.
To Catch a Predator,
No.
Hansen versus Predator, Takedown with Chris Hansen?
No.
You've never seen any of them?
No, I don't really watch so much TV.
Okay, well, now you're on one of them. And so I suggest to you that it's best to explain how this happened, because it will reflect much better on you if people can understand where you were coming from and what was going on in your mind. And so I implore you to help me
It's
out
just a
here.
mistake. That's it.
I know it's a mistake.
I'm ruining my really great life over nothing.
Are you married?
Yes.
Do you have kids?
Yes.
How old are the kids?
10, 7, and 1, or no. 7, 4, and 1.
7, 4, and 1. And if somebody came into your home to meet one of your kids, how would you feel about that?
I know. I ruined my life over this. I have a great job I'm about to lose because of this.
And what is that job?
I'm a correctional officer.
You're a correctional officer. At what facility?
Rather not say.
Okay, well, I'm going to find out.
Okay.
How long have you been a CO?
11 years.
11 years. And so you deal with the inmate
lot of
population. Have you ever had somebody in your care who was a convicted sex offender?
Yes.
And how do you treat those people in the prison?
Same as everyone else. It's my job.
And how does it feel to know that you as a CO, a corrections officer...
Just made the worst mistake of my life.
Right.
Like I'm ready to start a shotgun.
I'm sorry, what?
Like I'm ready to start a shotgun.
I know it seems bad.
It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I just ruined everything. And right before I pulled up, I literally, when I was down the road, I thought that.
Why did you do it?
I don't know. I don't even know if I would have went through with it. I walked in here and it's like, I don't know what I was thinking.
You said your dad was in the hospital.
Yep.
That's a stressful
surgery.
That's a stressful situation. How did that play into what happened tonight?
I was hoping that I wouldn't be stressed for tomorrow because I had an 8-hour shift. I have a feeling that's not happening anymore. I'm about to get fired.
A corrections officer. How does a corrections officer?
Because everybody makes mistakes.
I understand that. How do you explain this?
I don't have an explanation.
Now, I run into a lot of fellows in this situation, as you can imagine. And I hear a couple things routinely. One, it's my first time. I've never done this before. And two, I just came here to check on the girl. I wasn't going to do anything.
I ain't gonna lie.
You're not going to lie.
I don't know if I would have done anything, but that's not the reason why I came here.
Did you bring condoms?
No.
How did you go from being adamant that this was wrong for a woman to offer her niece for sex, this underage girl, to deciding to engage in this behavior and come over here and do it?
I just want to go home. I just want to go home and never do anything stupid like this ever again.
Have you ever met anybody online for sex before?
No.
Have you ever engaged in sex with somebody who was underage?
No. God, no.
Then why tonight?
I don't know. I just want to go home.
Sam, why tonight?
I just want to go home.
I mean, these are serious charges here.
I know. Please just let me go home.
Is there anything you want people to know about your situation?
Don't be an idiot. I'm a fucking idiot right now. I just want to go home.
Did you bring condoms with you?
No.
So you were willing to have sex with this girl unprotected?
No, I was not.
I know, but I have the chats right here. You talk about a short stay. You talk about paying $40. The girl says the aunt's passed out because she's a drunk. You say you're coming from Taylor. Is that where you live in Taylor?
No.
That's where the hospital is?
I was coming back from Detroit.
From Detroit. And what, Detroit is where the hospital is where your dad was?
Henry Ford.
And during the ride, did you ever think to yourself, Sam, this is a bad idea?
Let's just get this over with. Whatever you guys gotta do, let's just get this over with.
Is there anything else you want people to know?
No. Let's just get this over with.
All right, Sam, I appreciate you talking to me.
It's on this way, Sam. Hold on.
Hold on.
I just want this to get over with.
A corrections officer for 11 years working in a prison overseeing people who've committed the same crime he allegedly committed on this night. It's the second time we've had a corrections officer show up in one of these stings. And I guess it's not surprising because we see guys from all walks of life. 3 kids, married. He's got a rough road ahead.
Sam was taken into custody and later released as Wayne County prosecutors are reviewing the case. We reached out to the Milan Federal Correctional Institution and they issued the following statement. Sam Queen is no longer employed with the Federal Bureau of Prisons. However, the FBOP fully cooperates with all law enforcement agencies and any possible investigations. We'll keep you posted on the case against him. Huron Township Police Chief Everett Robbins says he wants to send a message to his community.
Chief, why was this important to conduct this op here in Huron Township?
If there's anything that's important to focus on, it's the kids in the community, it's the kids in our area. It really strikes me as sad that this is even a problem in our community, in our nation. So if we can do something that we can contribute to the solution to this problem, it was really our honor to do so.
And you got a guy here, former military guy, a federal corrections officer, married with kids. It's not the profile of someone, Chief, you would suspect would show up in a sting like this, but yet we see this across the country.
And it really shows that you don't know who you're letting your kids stay the night with, you don't know who your kids are hanging out with. I mean, this is a guy, if you're friends with him and you know that he's former military, he's federal law enforcement, you're gonna trust him. And you may even send your kids over to spend the night at a house like that. And it's really a shocking and scary scenario that you really don't know who you're living amongst.
Lieutenant Tom Smith oversaw the investigation.
He told me in my interview that he was under a lot of stress. He had visited his father who had heart surgery and was coming back. Yet he didn't go home to his family. He came here to allegedly have sex with a child. That's shocking. I'm amazed at the excuses. How did it strike you?
That there's so much more probably going on. There's got to be a bigger picture. Somebody willing to risk such a, what most would call the American dream, for him to risk all that. Had to be something bigger going on, a bigger picture, that we probably will never know the answer to.
And Chief, it's got to be hard for you to make that phone call to that federal prison and say, we caught one of your guys.
You know, while it was tough, it was easy. You have a guy who is trusted. We should be held to a higher standard, but not only as police officers, but as people. And so it really wasn't that hard of a call to find a way to hopefully flush a gentleman like that out of our profession, who is something so unimaginable, incredible, that I really had no problem making that call.
I thought 20 years ago when we did the first sting, maybe we'd do it 2 or 3 times and that would be it. And here we are in Huron Township. What does this show you, Chief?
I think what shows me is that for every predator you catch, there's hundreds more out there who are accomplishing the task and victimizing young men and women, boys and girls. And that's what's scary to me, is that for every one we catch, how many kids are being victimized and how many parents is it right under their nose where they just have no idea by a neighbor, a friend, someone right in your own community. And that scares me to death, because you just never know. There is no profile that really fits who these people really are.
Watch TruBlu is home to the full library of Takedown with Chris Hansen, true crime documentaries, and exclusive investigation.